Good evening. How is everyone? Sharing the evening with us. How is everyone? Still pretty good. But we'll go from there. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Trustees of Jacksonville Unified School District. Before we get going, if there is an emergency, we have exits right behind us off to the side and where you came in. And don't forget the defibrillator that is located right behind the front counter. So with that, we'll start the evening with a moment of reflection. All right, and thank you. And Michael, will you lead us in the pledge, please?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Michael. Approval of the agenda. And any changes to the agenda as presented?
Or no changes?
Fantastic. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Student board member advisory vote, all in favor? Perfect. Any opposed? Board member vote, all in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. A report out on our closed session that happened previous to this meeting. During the closed session, the board discussed personnel issues, bargaining unit negotiations, and potential litigation. The following actions were taken during closed session. Approve the appointment of Jared Rondoni as assistant principal of Alamo Elementary School by unanimous roll call vote of 7-0. We also approved the appointment of Stephanie Ariza as assistant principal of Hemlock Ace and Orchard Elementary. Okay, with that, one of my favorite times of the evening is the school report of student volunteer recognition. Principal Sam and Assistant Principal Summer, are you presenting this evening, and welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good evening, President Jansen, members of the board, and Superintendent Santa Padre. I'm Sam Chasowski, the proud principal of Cooper Elementary School, and tonight, alongside Summer Pearson, Cooper Assistant Principal, we are honored to share the legacy, goals, and forward momentum of our school family.
We'd like to begin by honoring Aiden Wilson, 6th grade scholar in Mr. Shepard's class. Aiden has an amazing sense of humor, is an athlete, focused in his academics, and a leader amongst his peers. This year, he applied and was selected for our first year of Cooper's Lead Crew, where he has exemplified the core values of a Cooper Comet. Aiden has accomplished a feat that no other person on campus can claim. In his 7 years at Cooper Elementary, Aiden has never missed a single day of school, not even during the school year. When school was online. Aiden, we are so honored for the privilege to have been part of your elementary school career. As you move forward to middle school, we look forward to all the ways you will continue to lead and shine and represent your family well. Congratulations, Aiden Wilson.
Going to take a quick photo of the family? Yeah. Come on up front. And I'm sorry, if there's anybody else that would like to take pictures of anyone being recognized tonight, please come stand right in front of me and take photos. Hey, John.
of those things that just not straight away.
Thank you.
My turn. One, two. One more.
The foundation of our school family is built on strong partnerships with our parents, PTO, and community stakeholders. There is not a school function where Katie Frazier and Navy Zahn are not right there in the midst, prepping, coordinating, problem solving, and most importantly, having fun. These two ladies are dear friends, active leaders on our school PTO, and volunteer not only in their children's classrooms, but frequently support when a teacher has an activity that could use some extra hands. We appreciate that they are always up to create joy for our comments. Just recently, we had earned a school-wide reward and we needed extra hands to distribute 700 popsicles during 3 back-to-back recess dance parties. These amazing moms didn't hesitate to say yes and helped Mrs. Pearson and I to make the day a success. Katie and May, you are a dynamic duo, and it is fitting that you are recognized together. We couldn't do all the things we accomplished without your unwavering support, but I look at you. Tonight we honor you and say thank you for the countless ways you foster a strong, loving, and welcoming place to call our school home. Family, you get to come join.
Got this little, thing going on tonight. Got this little cowgirl.
Got it.
Our Cooper staff prides itself on being a deeply connected family. There are hundreds of years of educational experience, incredible talent, and a deep commitment to ensure that each student, colleague, and family member that walks on our campus feels valued, seen, and heard, so that we can all reach our fullest potential. This year, we had several teachers with life events, providing us the opportunity to welcome 7 long-term guest teachers to our school family. We've never been more proud of a group of educators than we are this year. Our theme this year is Rise to the Challenge. These incredible educators rise strong every single day.
Our PTO gifted each Cooper Comet with a school t-shirt to ensure that every student is part and able to participate in our school spirit days. Each new student who joins our campus is given a shirt on their first day. Our hearts are warmed when we hear, "I've never had a school shirt before," and when a smile emerges from a new comment, a bit anxious on their first day in a new school. This picture is our entire school family on one day in December, representing 32 classrooms, 5 special education programs, and specialized support staff offering targeted academic, social, emotional, and behavioral support. Our school-wide goals, current data, and the legacy we are intentionally creating together is for the success of each heart represented here.
As the needs of our students and community are greater than they've ever been before, these shared values provide a strong foundation to ensure that every child at Cooper is provided a robust and rigorous learning experience, with high expectations and equally high levels of support for social, emotional, and behavioral goal attainment.
Our 5 school goals for 23-24 align directly to our district goals and LCAP. Tonight, we look forward to showing you a brief glimpse into our Cooper family and how we are using these goals to create learning opportunities for staff and students.
When students are in school, they can learn. We are back on the rise with a goal of consistently being above 95% daily attendance rate. We approach absence and chronic absenteeism by building relationships and learning the stories of each student that is represented in this data. We utilize our student re-engagement specialists and are supported by our student service department for home visits and locating community resources to eliminate barriers that are preventing students from being at school every day on time. Of our current 108 students with chronic absences, 33 are 1% of being back in the green, above 90%, and we celebrate their on-time attendance every day when they arrive to school.
Our trauma-responsive practices begin the moment students come to campus, greeting each student by name as often as possible with a positive connection to an adult. If a student is late to school, instead of tardy slips, they receive a welcome slip, a visual reminder that they are an important part of our family and we are so happy they came. Students so often have little control over when they arrive to school, and we want them to start their day feeling included. When students line up, our Link Crew leaders who have been mentored by the WoodLink crew provide another positive connection for students before school begins. We've heard from several parents that their child is motivated to get to school on time in order to see their Link Crew buddy.
We recently had our own March Madness attendance incentive between our Cooper classes. Each week, classes faced off with Ms. Thomas's second grade class earning their championship. When students come to school consistently, connections are built, and they learn to eat, play, and grow. We have the weekly attendance percentage visible in the office. When the grade level surpasses 95%, they earn a bonus reward. This attendance information is shared in the school and teacher weekly newsletters to communicate directly with our parent and community stakeholders.
In analyzing our district measures and state testing from 21-22, we identified and developed strategic systems to target our Tier 1 instruction, utilizing a school-wide book study on the K-2 science of reading, and incorporated additional components when the 3-6 book was released this year. Each day we set aside a 30-minute block for each grade, K through 6, for strategic reading instruction, called What I Need or Win Time. Collaborative grade level teams analyze assessment data in PLCs with support from our RTI reading coach. Based on this data, during this 30 minutes, some students receive reading intervention in our RTI room. Students with IEP goals in reading receive support from our resource specialists. The remainder of the students receive targeted small group support in their classrooms.
This year, our kinder team was the first to coordinate their entire grade level and switch all students between the 4 kindergarten teachers to target specific reading acquisition goals. The growth in the students is among the highest we've seen. We are working towards this process occurring school-wide and perhaps even multiple grade levels at one time to respond to the varied needs of our comments. While our most recent CAST scores are at and above the district average, except for one sport ELA, we see a trend in students benefiting from additional supports in phonics and writing instruction. In the upper grades, particularly when students do not spend their entire K-6 experience at our site.
Our grade level collaborative teams, including our 6th grade teams going to Vacapena to meet with their math department, have identified specific target standards that are the focus of the math instructional block. We believe that our laser focus on literacy has a direct impact in student growth in ELA and math. We want to see our percentage of students at or above grade level rise. To do this, we borrowed a motto from PLC training: we don't blame the kids. We work together to create new approaches to learning based on data to ensure that every child is provided equitable access to the curriculum and that we exhaust all resources to remove barriers for student opportunity.
Goal 3 is multi-tiered systems of support, or MTSS. Under this umbrella is PBIS, the structure of clearly teaching expectations in each area of the school, and the recognition and reminders of reteaching. MTSS includes trauma response practices as the foundation of our school structures. The social, emotional, and physical safety of our students is the priority because when that is the place, students are able to learn at high levels. At Cooper, our core values are respect, integrity, safety, and excellence, with the mantra that comets rise.
Each class has a buddy class to partner our upper and lower grade comets for learning and fun.
Lisa McKenzie provided PD to our site on setting limits and has provided individual and group coaching to our teachers and teams. As we create school-wide expectations for teaching students how to do school, here is a short video of our primary grades and the chant they recite every morning before going to class.
With the leadership of our guiding coalition, we have developed our school vision and mission statement with the key focus of our grade level collaborative teams to meet routinely to analyze student data, share best practices, and work in unity for the benefit of our collective whole. All means all.
AVID is the how we do all the things we shared with you this evening. From first-year teachers to veteran educators, AVID structures provide a common language and protocol for equitable instruction for all students.
The 4 AVID domains align with each of our district LCAP and site goals. From kinder to 6th grade, teachers meet to vertically align instructional practices so students receive similar learning in every class at the grade level, as well as scaffold as they grow in writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading. College, career, and life ready begin with us.
AVID recently changed their scholarly acronym to GROW. The analogy is that all students and staff are unique and special. We all bloom in our own way and time. The GROW poster is in each classroom as a reminder that when a flower doesn't bloom or isn't making academic progress, we adjust our system in collaboration with one another to allow each flower to thrive.
We are so proud of the Cooper Comet family legacy. This year, we hired a Comet mom and para, Ms. Tanya Brown, to teach 1st grade in room 8, the very classroom where she was a 1st grade student. She has this photo framed in her classroom and continues the story by teaching Madeline, whose mom and our RSP teacher, Sam, also was a Comet, taught in room 19 by our 6th grade current teacher of the year, Ms. Atherton, who teaches in that very room today. 3 generations of Comets growing the deep roots that are the hallmark of Cooper Elementary, where you are seen, heard, loved, and valued every day. Thank you.
Okay. Questions, comments? No? Good. No. I'm kind of glad you ended on that slide. So, where's that young lady? Miss Walker? Mrs. Walker? Where is she? She here?
Back row.
Oh. This young lady didn't like school. Yeah, too bad. I'm in charge. I can do what I want. So she shows up to school the first couple of days, and she's standing outside. She goes on the wind. It's not happening. There was no connection there whatsoever. One day she gets pulled in. Come in. You have to come in here. You've got to come in here. Stands there inside the kindergarten room class, not doing a darn thing. No way. And all of a sudden we get a call that you need to come down and talk to your daughter because our principal at the time, Ray Posey, anybody knows Ray, she hauled off and kicked him right in the shin. And she was supposed to go down to the office. So you go from, I don't like school, I'm going to kick the principal, which when Ray retired, I gave him a golden pair of shin guards for any future endeavors, to being just a fantastic teacher and a great mom. So, very I don't know if she We have to ask Sam, is she still kicking principals? Or?
She's helping other students to not kick me.
See how that pays off. Well, thank you both very much. And then Aiden, congratulations, right? That is just a great job that you did. You should just be super proud of yourself. And Katie and May, thank you for your help. It sounds like your PTO and your parents and volunteers that you have did a great job. What a cool thing to get a T-shirt the first day, right? Because usually those are not something that everybody gets. So, and now Amy wants to say something.
I had my copy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
First, Principal Sam and Vice Principal Summer, thank you for such a hard work presentation, all the amazing work that you guys are doing. Aiden, I want to figure out how you don't get sick. All through there, way to go on through. And for all of you guys, Aiden, for everyone who is acknowledged today, this is such a wonderful and beautiful community. I wanted to go back, your ELA and your math scores, your fifth graders are doing phenomenal. I saw they're 18% or 14% above district average. Did the students, do you know what's attributed to that tremendous performance above average there? Was there something that was differently done in the preceding grades or?
We really think it's the connection between focusing on literacy and the teachers have worked collaboratively, and then we had teachers talk to the grade level below and the grade level above, and we learned a lot of things that sometimes we thought we really needed to focus on certain standards, and the next grade level would prefer different standards to really help them focus on those success and the key strategies they needed to be successful for that grade level.
Those are meteoric scores. I was kind of thinking about prime time. Out of this world.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, appreciate it. Okay, comments from the floor. And if you guys want to bail, this would be the time. Oh, one more. Okay, sorry. Okay. Comments from the floor? No comments from the floor. Fantastic. Then we're going to move on to item 7, superintendent's comments. 7A.
Thank you. Thank you for not bailing.
Yeah, sorry. Go leave.
Right now is the time you don't want to leave.
Yeah.
President Jansen, Governing Board, everyone out there, welcome. I have a few comments tonight, but we have some introductions to do tonight. And so what we're going to do is some new administrators who've been appointed, we're going to call you up one at a time. I'm going to read a short thing about you. You'll say a few words, and if you have anyone from your family is here, or friends, or whoever you brought, please feel free to introduce them at that time. Okay, so we're going to start with Summer Pearson from Cooper. Okay. This permanent selection of Summer Pearson as the assistant principal of Cooper Elementary is met with genuine excitement within the Cooper family. With over 20 years of classroom experience and her current role as interim assistant principal at Cooper, Summer is poised to seamlessly transition into the role. Her established rapport with parents, students, and staff over the years reflects her commitment to the Cooper community. Summer is dedicated to upholding excellence while bringing fresh perspectives and ideas alongside Samantha to enrich the Cooper community. Please join us in extending congratulations to Summer on her permanent promotion as assistant principal at Cooper Elementary.
Thank you, Superintendent Senapagre, President Jansen, and members of the board. In January, I was given the opportunity to step in as interim assistant principal at Cooper. And since then, I've learned a great deal. I'm excited and honored to be able to serve as the assistant principal at Cooper and be able to contribute to the growth and development of our entire school. I've been working towards moving to administration for several years, and the timing never worked with my family for me to jump into administration. Last year, my son went to college, and the timing was finally right for me to make the move. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to further my career with the Vacaville Unified School District, and I'm excited to work with all of you, the BUSD admin team, the Vacaville community, as well as the Cooper teachers and families to continue to build the academic excellence and choices that our school district and school strive for. Thank you again for this opportunity.
Nicole Bandy.
Good.
Oh, my turn.
I'm sorry.
Introducing Nicole Bandy as the principal at Hemlock Ace Elementary School for the upcoming 24-25 school year brings great anticipation and enthusiasm. Nicole has been an integral part of the Vacaville community since 2019, serving as RTI coordinator at Hemlock Ace and contributing member of the Equity Task Force. Her extensive background includes co-founding a Vallejo charter school and delivering presentations at national conferences focusing on English learners. Nicole's dedication to dismantling barriers to student success and fostering positive relationships within the school community at Hemlock and Ace is evident. Please join us in extending congratulations to Nicole as she assumes the role of principal at Hemlock Ace.
Thank you, Superintendent Santapadre. Good evening, Board President Jansen and members of the board. Do I introduce people before or after? Okay, thank you. So I'm just incredibly excited and honored to be selected as Hemlock and Ace's next principal. When I think about what it means to be an educator, the thing I think about most is that our community and our families entrust us with the thing that is the most important to them, their children. And in my career, I have always felt that it is an incredible honor to be entrusted in this way. And for this reason, I believe that it is our absolute responsibility to do our very best for our children, every child, every single day. I feel so fortunate to lead a school community with 3 diverse programs: our Hemlock program, our ACE program, and our TAP program, because it is that diversity that is our greatest strength. We have a phenomenal staff. We have phenomenal children. We have phenomenal families. And it is my goal to make our school a place where children love to come to school and staff love to come to work. And I am so excited to start this journey together. Thank you. So I have to always acknowledge my family first, because family is everything to me. And so I'm so grateful to have my son Kamari here in the back. My daughter Pahala is live streaming from home right now. My bonus child Jordan and my bonus grandbaby Lonnie are here. I think Lonnie maybe had to take a moment to reconvene herself. I'm so fortunate to be supported by Jennifer Austin, my predecessor as principal at Hemlock and Ace. Buchanan Miles, last year's district teacher of the year, and our 4th grade teacher, Renee Easton, superstar TK teacher, who actually helped implement TK in Vacaville USD. And Lacey Dewar, our phenomenal math and science 6th grade teacher. We are so lucky to have them, and I'm so fortunate to be part of this community. Thank you.
Next, Carrie Rash, Buckingham Assistant Principal. Carrie Rash's appointment as the new assistant principal at Buckingham is met with a warm welcome. With 19 years of dedicated service as a science teacher at Buckingham, Carrie embarks on this new administrative role with excitement and readiness. Her tenure at Buckingham has seen her thrive as a teacher leader in various capacities, preparing her for this transition. While recognizing the learning curve, Carrie is eager to support the entire Buckingham community capacity. Please extend a warm welcome to Carrie as she assumes the role of assistant principal for next school year.
So thank you, Superintendent Santa Padre, Board President Jansen, and all of the board members. Okay, I got through that part. I am not the kind of person to have a prepared speech, but I am really honored to have this opportunity to serve Buckingham and to serve you as the school board, and to serve our students and our families. I have been at Buckingham for 19 years. It is my home. And to be able to take this next step to further lead the school and keep us great and keep making us even greater as we stretch ourselves to deal with all of the problems that come up in our modern world. I'm really excited to do that. And of course, a little terrified. So thank you. Thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you.
Melissa Manini, Jefferson Principal. The announcement of Melissa Manini's appointment as the new principal at Jefferson brings forth great excitement. With 9 years of service within the Vacaville School District, Melissa steps into this new adventure with a profound commitment to the community. Her diverse experience as a teacher at Markham Elementary School, a Dean of Learning Support at Vacaville, and an assistant principal at Vacaville High School equips her well for this leadership role. Melissa's strengths center around building relationships to collaboratively address challenges and build systems to drive positive change. Please welcome Melissa as she assumes the role of principal at Jefferson Middle School for the next academic school.
President Jansen, Superintendent Santo Padre, members of the board, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to serve our district, our students in a new way. I already know that Jefferson is a community built on a foundation of strong, passionate educators. And I am honored that I get to work alongside such a dedicated staff. One of my most foundational beliefs as an educator is not only that all students can succeed in school, but that all students want to succeed. Success will look different for different students, but our job as educators is to create an environment that allows our students to reach their fullest potential. I want our Jefferson Jaguars to know that they will be both challenged and nurtured each day when they show up to school, and to have the confidence to try new things, to ask for help, and to take healthy risks. I want our staff members to feel the same way, and to know they will be supported to do what they are passionate about. Jefferson is already great, and I know we will continue this legacy. Jefferson will be a place where students and staff alike work hard, grow, and have fun along the way. I am incredibly excited to take on the unique challenges of middle school as a member of the Jefferson team. Thank you, and go Jaguars. I would like to introduce my parents, Ron and Jennifer, with baby Rhea. I'm also here with my new teammate, Joe Cooney, assistant principal at Jefferson. And my friend, Allison Scottlander. Thank you all for being here.
This is a great group of educators. Could we just give one more round of applause? Okay. This week we had Bus Driver Appreciation Day, and we've talked about this in the past. You know, in addition to what you see in the morning when you're going to school or around, they get up very early to make sure all of those school safety things happen and our students are taken care of. So we just wanted to go over and thank them for what they do every day. They have a unique tradition that they do each year. Their staff elects or votes on the Bus Driver of the Year and Bus Assistant of the Year. And so you'll see Stuart Turner as the Bus Driver of the Year with the beautiful gold crown, and Linda Watson as the bus assistant of the year. You can tell he was thrilled wearing that. And in the picture, they're standing next to last year's winner of each, so they share that, and so that was part of what they did the other day. It was great to see them, and we really do appreciate our bus drivers. Okay. And we also had Administrative Assistance Day this week, and all over the district, administrators, teachers, other classified staff were thanking our administrative assistants, because we know that none of the places we work run very well without them. And they take care of just a myriad of things and are just key to what we do. So we were excited to take care of them and have at least one day, even though we are thankful for them all 365 days. So thank you to our assistants. You could tell that Jenna and Marianne were super happy me wandering around taking pictures. They loved every minute of that. Okay, so, we have at all of our schools teams that go all over and do all kinds of amazing things, right? We send robotics teams around, we have choirs and bands, we have sports teams, we have FFA. But I'll tell you what, our kids like to compete, and just listen to this. Over the weekend, the Wilsey Woods School Choirs participated in the San Francisco Heritage Music Festival and did incredibly well. The Sylvan Singers won first place in the show choir category with a gold superior rating, while the Sylvan Choir won first place in the mixed choir category, also earning gold and superior. Both the Sylvan Choir and Sylvan Singers received awards for their scores of 95 out of 100 or higher out of 100. The treble choir took second place, and 2 individual performers were recognized for their exceptional work. You can see in the bottom left, Wilsey Wood took home all the hardware, and we are so proud of them, and this is a consistent year after year. They are this good every year. So congratulations to Colby Hawkins and the entire Wilsey Wood School Choir. I don't often highlight a single student, but I thought this one was sort of worthy. And you see her spreading her wings here. Well, congratulations to Caitlin Gonzalez from Vacaville High School. She's been accepted to Harvard University and will be attending there this fall. Caitlin applied to over a dozen universities across the country, including Cal, MIT, Princeton, and Cornell. This is the part that sort of got me, although Harvard by itself was enough. But she plans to dual enroll at MIT, major in mechanical engineering and specialize in aerospace engineering. So congratulations. And when you saw those last 2 slides with the Sylvan Singers and the accomplishments of all of our students and hearing about the Cooper comments, you just have this really good feeling that our future is in good hands. And that concludes my report.
Okay, time for board member comments. Yeah. Now's the time. Sorry, early morning.
Great job, everyone.
It's all right, you guys didn't go anywhere. Thanks. We'll let you guys out of here. All right. Board member comments. Everybody has passed. Seeing them, we'll move on. And we'll go to bargaining unit representative reports. No? Anyone? Not seeing it. Thank you very much. And we will go on to student board member representative reports. And we will start with you, Joshua. Welcome. Good evening. Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, governing board members, Board President Jensen, and Superintendent Santa Padre. It is finally the week of Mamma Mia. Buckingham will be hosting shows from Thursday to Saturday at the Downtown Theater in Fairfield. We would love for you to come and see them. Our baseball team has a game as well. Our baseball team has a game as well as a senior night this Saturday at 10 a.m. against Western Sierra. We wish them good luck. Yesterday was also Administrative Professionals Day. We would like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of our office staff at Buckingham that helps create a friendly and welcoming environment. ASB leadership has also been included through student voting for the upcoming 24-25 school year. We congratulate our incoming executives and their successful campaigns. On April 29th, our advanced engineering students will be showcasing their aircraft builds at the annual field trip to Pineda Regional Park. Everyone is welcome to attend for the demonstration from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. On Friday, May 3rd, our choir program will hold their annual spring concert. It will take place in Buckingham's NPR at 6 p.m. On May 9th, Buckingham is excited to announce that we are hosting a special guest speaker. We will have a school-wide assemblies and hear from Leon Malmet, a Holocaust survivor. We welcome board members and Superintendent Santa Padre to join us for this event. The event will take place at 11:30 on the Buckingham campus. And once again, we congratulate Ms. Rausch on being selected as Buckingham's new assistant principal for next year. Thank you.
Joshua, what was the date of the speaker? I got the time, 11:30.
May 9th.
May 9th. Perfect.
And
Thank
what was
you.
the event at the Adobe on the 29th? Sorry.
The advanced engineering students are hosting their aircraft builds.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Lyle, you ready? Welcome.
Good evening, board members, President Jansen, and Superintendent Santa Padre. It's almost, the school year's almost over. One more month. We've almost made it, right? State testing is underway for almost all of the students at Kinney. 7th and 9th graders are finishing up their PE testing, while 7th, 8th, and 11th graders are working through CASP testing. Testing is going well, with all the students giving it their best efforts. Testing will be wrapped up next week for RAP and by mid-May for the Academy. For March Madness Attendance Challenge, the 7th graders won the class challenge and 150 students increased their overall attendance by at least 10%. These students will be getting a special pizza party lunch to celebrate the achievements. Starting Monday, Davina Cosmetology and Barbering Academy will be certifying 30 Kimmie students in the art of piercing. Students will learn all the health and safety requirements that come with being a piercer. Lots of things are coming in May as we wind down the school year. All seniors will be meeting with counseling and administration to finalize their graduation plans. Caps and gowns are being ordered as we speak. Myra Montano from Vacaville Youth Services Department will be coming to host a special yoga session for students during the advisory period. Students will learn how yoga can be part of the self-care and learn poses that can be done in their chairs at school as well as on a mat. We're really looking forward to this activity. Amber Bell from the Solano County Office of Education Mental Health will be hosting a guest speaking session on various career fields in the area of mental health. She will be speaking with students about various positions, training requirements, and more. And that ends my presentation.
Thank you, Violet. Daniel told me he'd like to volunteer for the piercing. He'd be a volunteer for it. So if you need someone,
I only got the one hole, so I didn't vaccine.
yeah, we can get him set up. We'll go from there. All right. And next is Sophia. Welcome, Sophia.
Good evening, President Jensen, Superintendent Santa Padre, and fellow board members. In case we haven't met, I'm Sophia Stanley. I'm the ASB president over at Vacaville High School, and I have a few updates for you all. First off, coming up quickly is our highly anticipated Mr. GQ competition. This year, Kendom, inspired by the recent Barbie movie, is taken over the whole school between our participating seniors. Our competing Kens are working hard and practicing their skits for the talent portion of the show, and are really going that extra mile to make sure that they portray the Mr. GQ spirit. This event will be held on Saturday, May 4th at 7 p.m. And in case you want to go, there are tickets on our website where they can be purchased. It will be between $10 to $15 depending on the seat of your choice. Our next thing was that our Unity Fair, performance yesterday after school. It was a super fun event and it had a great turnout. It showcased all different cultures and clubs at our school. We had musical performances, dances, and really just offered a great learning environment for students to get plugged in and learn about those other cultures there on our campus. Our students also enrolled in art this year and even had their artwork displayed throughout this event. Today was also our third and final blood drive of the year. We partnered once again with, sorry, I'm not going to butcher this, Vigilant again to host in our little theater. This blood drive was held from first to fourth period, where students over the age of 16 were able to participate as long as they did have a patient waiver. This event became super successful. We were able to reach 16 out of 20 students to participate and donate their blood. So a big shout out to those who donated. Mr. Santapadre, I loved your comment earlier regarding a bright future for our students, so I'm really glad that you said that, because yesterday a very special event happened at our high school, just out of pure kindness and generosity. A senior girl at Vacaville High School, Jessie Lennox, was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma on Valentine's Day this year. One of her best friends, Reagan Fisher, decided to coordinate with Eric Chappell, a teacher at our school, to sell t-shirts to show unity and support towards Jessie as a surprise. As a student body, we were able to raise $1,200 through this shirt and the sales, but as more people heard about it, they decided to start donating more and more money. Eventually, we reached $23,750. In addition to that, 2 math teachers at Vacaville High School, Mr. and Mrs. Oman, had personal connections with the company WCM Investment Management. They were able to contact this company and tell them about Jessie's amazing resilience and her story and just her journey with cancer. And not only did this inspire her story to everybody in the company to donate themselves, but in addition to donating, the company quadrupled the total in order to make it $95,000. So out of amazing generosity and kindness displayed by everyone over at Vacaville High School, we were able to give Jessie and her family $95,000. Thank you.
Great story. Aria, how they do?
I had to write it down.
Question for you, Aria.
Did Ed spoil all your report by talking about?
Just a little bit, just a paragraph of it, but that's okay. That's okay. Good evening, members of the school board, President Jansen, and Superintendent Santapadre. My name is Arya Mehta, and I'm a freshman at Wilseywood High School. Somehow, we're already nearing the end of the school year, but what is ending off strong? Linker just hosted our second Future Wildcat Festival of the year on Friday the 19th. As always, many of our district's younger students came to the event to enjoy the spirit of wood and left inspired to be a Wildcat. Future Wildcat Festival has been a tradition for over 10 years, and this was our 21st one. We always end off the night by holding up our phone flashlights and singing along to Don't Stop Believing by Journey. It's truly a priceless memory. Additionally, tomorrow is a big day for Student Council especially. We are hosting the last rally of the school year, which will be packed full of interactive games and recognition of students and sports teams. One of the events there is called a Bear Necessity, spelled B-E-A-R, where students will be awarded with giant life-size teddy bears. Over the past 2 weeks, students could vote for other students they felt deserved one of the bears, whether it was because they were going through a tough time or they demonstrated amazing character lately. Then we had a group of teachers look through all of the answers and select some of the best responses based on the reasoning. Those students will get a big bear of their own tomorrow, and one will have a little extra surprise. That's a secret for now. We also have the talent show tomorrow evening, which is a 70s theme. Our additions team has found some great musical talent to perform. Also, the entire ASB will be putting on a Mario skit, where we will reenact a scene from the video game with students playing Mario and different elements of the game. Some of our spring sports have come to the end of our season, while some other ones are still finishing off. These past few weeks have had games almost daily for baseball, softball, boys tennis, badminton, track and field, and golf. The swim team did well at Mel's and is now sending 2 students to sectionals in Elk Grove next week. In the Performing Arts Department, theater is working hard on their Clue on Stage production, which is performing May 9th through the 11th. Wind ensemble auditions are all this week, and our audition choirs had a big win last weekend, as Mr. Santapadre was talking about. I'm not going to repeat all of it because he already went through all of the awards, but we are very proud of our choir program. And one thing that wasn't included is the Silva Choir received an
exclusive invitation to next year's Gold Heritage Festival, which is held at the prestigious Carnegie Hall in New York. Coming up, we have our own blood drive on May 2nd, as well as Lit Cruise May Day on May 2nd, the car show on May 3rd, the Pops concert on May 17th, prom on May 18th, and our senior trip on May 23rd. That's all for now. Thank you for your time this evening. Again, my name is Arya Mehta on behalf of Rosewood. This concludes my presentation.
Nice job, Arya. Thank you. Thank you to all the board member reps. Okay, we're going to move on to action items 8A. And it is requested that the board approve resolution number 23, 24, 25, authorizing instructors to teach in departmentalized classes per Ed Code 44263. And this will be roll call vote. If I can get a motion.
I'll move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded.
Ms. Russell?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Serrato?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsian?
Yes.
Ms. Dunn?
Yes.
Mr. Kitson?
Yes.
President Jansen?
Yes. Item B, it is requested the board approve resolution number 24, 2024-25, authorizing an instructor to teach in classes below grade 9 per Ed Code 44256B. It's been motioned and seconded. Roll call vote.
Ms. Russell?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Serrato?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsian?
Yes.
Ms. Dunn?
Yes.
Mr. Kitson?
Yes.
President Jansen?
Yes. Okay, item C, we are going to get a presentation from Ms. Burks regarding the ESSER 3 plan. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, President Johnson, members of the board, Superintendent Padre. So I'm here this evening to present on the elementary and secondary school emergency relief 3 funding program and the plan that goes along with that. It was part of the American Recovery Plan and part of the COVID funds that were received way back at the beginning of the pandemic. The first plan came to you for approval in October of 2021, and we presented that, and we were required to approve that to a revision every 6 months. So this will be the final revision on the plan. The plan has 3 major spending categories. The first being the strategies for continuous and safe in-person learning. The second is addressing learning loss from instruction. And lastly, any remaining funds. You can see here how much of the $9.3 million has been allocated to each of those categories. The ESSER 3 funds are one of those allocated funds of the $33 million that we received from the COVID relief funds. They were from multiple different pieces of legislation, and you can see the breakdown of those categories there. The ESSER 3 funds were one of the last funding from that category to be sent out to school districts, and it has the latest spending timeline, which is through September of 2024. The first funding area is for those strategies for continuous and safe in-person learning, and the main areas that we spent the funds here were the COVID testing center that we ran over the Dali Early Learning Village site there under Ms. Miguel and her team, who I like to jokingly refer to her as Dr. Miguel at the time, because we were just really delving into a whole other area that we've never been, and it was a very robust center that was staffed by multiple people, and we used this funding to do that. We purchased outdoor learning environments with the addition of the solar shade structures that we've installed at all of our campuses. And of this funding, that project overall was $25 million, but we used $2 million of the ESSER 3 funds to fund that. And then we also purchased graduation stages for our elementary schools for 6th grade graduation and promotion ceremonies, as well as sound systems that went along with those. We also installed bottle filler stations and drinking fountains on all of our campuses. And these were all one-time purchases that we were able to use one-time funds with, but that will last for a long time. So I really like using funds in that way when we can. We also purchased Parent Square Communication, which we currently use throughout our district to communicate with our families. And we paid for 3 years of that contract out of these funds as well. And then we also have very different graduation ceremonies post-COVID, and we purchased the sound system that we use for those graduation ceremonies, and as well as we paid for some services to live stream those back then. The second spending area was to address the impact of lost instructional time. And we have 35 FTE in various positions over this 3-year window that we've had this funding. We added intervention staff, resource specialists, supplemental curriculum to help with some of the students that were coming back and actually did see some learning loss, so we helped buy some supplemental materials for that. We hired more counselors. We also added paraprofessionals, behaviorists, behavior assistants, re-engagement specialists, and more. So throughout the 3-year window, we've had at least 35 of these different positions through this funding. And many of these we are keeping for 24-25, and we'll be moving those to a different pot of money, the Learning Recovery Funds, which are also one-time funds. The last category is use of any remaining funds, kind of a catch-all, if you will. We started the elementary independent study program that's out at Orchard Elementary, and we paid for the startup of that. We had to buy furniture and outfit a portable to do that, and we used this funding to get that ready. We also purchased the generator that's here at this building or on the front lawn there in the corner, so that if we have a blackout or a power outage or even a brownout, that the generator will automatically kick on and it will support our technology department here. So the brains of the district are still functioning. So a lot of our phone line systems and other safety features run through there. So we thought that was important. We also are funding part of the central kitchen project out of these funds. Roughly about $1 million will come out of here, and that's for all of the design phase for that project. And then we also installed a wheelchair lift at Zinnia Stadium to be in ADA compliance for those stands out there. And we'll fully fund all of these funds by September of 24, which is the deadline, September of 2024. And we really did, I feel like, maximize these dollars in every way that we could for one-time money, doing long-term things, and creating long-term solutions for our students that go well beyond the funding window. Are there any questions?
If we didn't spend it, would we have to give it back?
Yes.
Are other districts doing it?
Yeah, actually, this pot of money is the one that districts are actually having a really difficult time spending for, I'm not sure what reason. We don't have that problem here. What I do really like is that we always create a really good plan and we stick with that, and I really appreciate that from staff and the board for all your direction for that. But yeah, I think about 40% of the funding still haven't been spent about the last reporting period, which was at the end of December. But we're on target.
Grab any of those?
I wish.
Figured there's a way you have that, right? Well, thank you, you and your team for putting this all together and keeping us on track and actually spending the money as well. That's a great use of the funds that you presented tonight. So,
thank you.
Great. And so with that, it's recommended that we approve the elementary and secondary school emergency relief 3 expenditure plan in the amount of $9,260,860.
Second.
I've got, it's been moved and seconded. Our student board members are gone. Board members all in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Item D, it's the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, David Robertson, recommends approval of new job description for Director of Communications, Community Engagement, and College Readiness. And this
I'll make a motion. Second.
has been moved and seconded, and it looks like it's a savings of $196,000. So fantastic on that. Board members in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Item E. It's requested the board approves the declaration of need for fully qualified educators for 2024-2025.
I'll vote.
It's been moved and seconded. Board members in favor? Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Item F. It's requested that the board approve blank as the 2024 runoff ballot nominated candidate for CSBA Delegate Assembly Region 3, Subregion C. And this is due to a vacancy that we've had, and there are 2 candidates that are running against each other. So we open to any motions or discussions. Okay, I will, go ahead.
You can't know.
No, go ahead.
I was just trying
There
to
you
say that from an awkward pause.
Yeah.
Do you want me to make a motion or just have discussion first?
Can we discuss first? Yeah.
Okay.
Let's discuss.
I would prefer to discuss,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if the rules of order allow that. So I would like to open the discussion by saying that both of these, I don't know either of these individuals personally, but I know them both through their actions. They've both been involved for a long period of time. Plus, I acknowledge that the board has received some information either from these candidates or from other sources about these candidates. And so I am personally leaning towards Glenn Amboy as the delegate, just based on the information that I have received and what I know of each of the voting records of the two different candidates. But so to kick off the discussion, I'll throw that out and then listen to my colleagues, perhaps learn more.
Go ahead. All right. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been given a lot of the same information, probably. Maybe some other people have contacted us with thoughts on the various candidates. I don't know a lot about their voting records, other than what, has been shared with me, and, I believe most of that's been shared with others. And I'm leaning towards A, so I'm interested to hear what other people have to say also.
Okay. I'll share my comments with you. And I am in favor of Amy for one reason, and that is just a balance of power. I'm concerned with one school district having multiple votes. I know nothing of the two, I'll be honest with that. We did receive some information. I'm just concerned of the numbers down there. And that's all I have now. You see? And it wasn't you I was talking to. Yeah, I'll vote for you. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Okay.
Not my district, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it was challenging because we did receive a resume about the candidates. So what I did was I did some internet research, and I think it's always challenging when you have to use third party. But I think based on the information we received and what I found, I think both of them I want to applaud that they want to serve. They're serving the community, and I really applaud that. But I think for me, I'm leaning towards that.
Yeah, like everyone else, I've got no real knowledge or information about the individuals. Having read the information that I've been received from other sources, I'm in agreement with John with Amy just sort of a little bit more spread out as far as the representation goes. From what I read, Amy is involved with Solano County already, and that's the region that it's going to be going based on. Also, Maryland is a basketball resident, which is helpful to me. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
For those who don't know that are outside of this, Glen is in Vallejo,
Vallejo.
and there is another sub-region member from Vallejo. Just put that out there for people who don't have that information as far as why it would be more inclusive, perhaps, to have someone with Leslie from that, since early.
You want to explain just in case anybody doesn't know for new people that whoever gets nominated will vote, and if that person, well, that if that person gets 4 votes, they make it. If they don't get 4 votes, then it's open for another nomination.
So we're kind of a sub vote, right? So we can nominate someone, but it's up to the rest of the districts as well to have a vote, and that tally from there would indicate who would fill that seat. I don't know if there's an odd number or even number, but
I think there's an odd, but our vote here, whoever gets the majority votes will get 1 vote that goes toward this person. So it's like this body is voting, and whoever gets to 4 votes gets our vote from that.
is that what you want to do?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, you betcha. Okay.
So, my only, I want to address a little bit the idea of two people from Vallejo, and is that, overrepresenting one area or another. With the, we're talking about the CSBA, and it's not anything that has to do with individual districts or even one part of our county. So I'm not as concerned that there would be two people who sit on the Vallejo City School Board. I just was impressed during, like I say, my research and what I learned from others, that, Glenn seems to be a very staunch supporter of public education. I have spoken in front of the Solano County Board of Education when it came to approving charter schools, or when there has been an appeal about a charter somewhere in the county. And Ms. Sharp tends to vote alongside the charter school, independent charter school movement. And so I always fall on the side of strong, staunch supporters of public education, more than having two people from one school board. So for me, and just having spoken in front of the Solano School Board, the Solano County Office of Education Board, that makes me lean towards Glenn, because I think he is more of an advocate for the public school children in our county.
Okay. Then anybody like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
All of you.
I'll second it.
You want to make it for? Want me to
Oh.
make it first?
Sorry.
I would move Glenn Amboy forward as our vote towards the CSBA Delegate Assembly representative.
And now I will second.
There you go. Timing is all. Okay. So this looks like a regular vote, so all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Sorry.
So did you get that?
Yes.
Okay. And looks like then motion carries? Yes. Okay, great. Thank you very much. We can move on to, what's that? Quick break. Yeah, sure, 5 minutes. Get your seat.
Teacher voice. I'm here. Don't make me take.
Okay, are we good? We're back in? IT, good to go? Fantastic, thank you. It is requested by Tiffany Donahue, principal of Uzetta Brewer Adult Education Center, that we approve an alternate board member in their absence for the Solano Adult Education Consortium executive board meetings. And that would be Andrew Clark.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Yes. Yes.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. It's requested the board approve the contract with Right at School in the amount not to exceed $2 million in contract with Creative Art Research, in the amount not to exceed $800,000, totaling $2.8 million for the 2024-25 school year.
I'll move. Second.
Okay, either way on that one, moved and seconded, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Any opposed?
Can I just say one quick thing?
Yes,
So-
by all means.
So to me, that's really, and I'll say this to you, this is an acknowledgement that we did a good job. Because we're renewing there, we only did a 1 year and we're renewing this, so, good, great.
Very good. Item I, it's requested the board approve the contract with East Bay Restaurant Supply, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $100,000. And this is coming from our student nutrition
Make
funds.
the motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. It is requested the board approve the purchase order for ITAL or ETAL Foods Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $100,000. This again is for our nutrition department and using their funds.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? It is requested once again for student nutrition funds, the board approve the contract with Moscato Family Provisions in the amount not to exceed $225,000.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Student nutrition again, it's requested the board approve the extension of the service contract with Cisco Northern California for the term of January 20th, 2024 through January 20th, 2025 in the amount not to exceed $400,000.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Okay, it's requested, item M, it's requested the board approve a quote from Park Associates, Inc. for the Fairmont Playground Replacement Project.
I'll move.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Item N, which is going to be request that the board approve of the new board policy 5116.2 involuntary transfers as presented. And we've had this on the agenda a meeting or so ago.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded.
I have a question, John. I have a quick
Yes,
question.
yeah.
So,
Question.
yeah, I was reading the beginning, the first sentence of this, and it's hard to understand, so just to some clarification. Would that be you? Would that be? No, okay. So it says, while the governing board desires to enroll students in the district school of their choice, it recognizes circumstances sometimes necessitate the involuntary transfer of a student to another school or program in the district. So it was a little confusing to me because it almost sounded like, I don't think this was meant to, that somebody comes in and somebody from that school then has to go somewhere else. And I'm sure that wasn't the intention, but it was just the way it was written.
Yeah. So the voluntary transfer is, obviously depending on the circumstances of that situation, the district has the opportunity to rule it
But
voluntary.
who's the one that gets involuntarily transferred?
The student.
The one that is enrolling in the district.
So I think there's two things here. There's situations where we can involuntarily because of an incident, but then also just students who are enrolling, and that's our overflow process, right? And so the one who would be involuntarily transferred is the student who's enrolling.
Right.
We wouldn't move a
Yeah,
student
that's what
who's
I
here
think.
to have to
Yes.
thrown for another
Yeah.
student.
So, I mean, if it's a draft, I mean, if just.
We can clean it up.
just- yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm sorry to see that before.
Okay, so we have a motion to the second, correct?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Okay, our consent calendar or agenda. Would anybody like to pull anything off the consent? So I'll look for a motion to approve. All moved?
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? All right. Information items, item 14A, the first reading of the new board policy 0520, intervention in underperforming schools. And that is available for review. And we have consideration of primary instructional material for middle school world languages. We also have one for primary instruction material for high school science, and another one for high school science as well. Double check that last one. These are all available to be viewed, looked at here at the district office. You just call and make an appointment. We'll make those available to anybody that would like to review those. And we've got future business. Our next meeting will be May 9th, and following that, May 23rd. We will have to recess back into closed session. So thank you very much for all that's here. Thank you, staff, IT team. Appreciate it. And on to closed session we go.